Then a person wants me to senior kindly ask Honorable the rumors about Afenyo Markin taking a parcel of land belonging to Ghana police at Winneba. Have you had anything, petition, information, anything in relation to that?
Yes, we have received a petition from a citizen of Winneba on that.
Now let's move on to the main reason for which we call you. That's the matter of oral Operation Recover or Loot. Now, because of what we've heard from the minority, kindly explain to us what's the work of the 5-member team you had?
I'm glad that you have asked this question, because when you listen to the minority press conference, it's clear that they are the only strangers in Jerusalem. They don't seem to know what is going on. They are so scared, so frightened by oral, which means that their deeds scares them to the high heavens. They are scared to death that they can't even appreciate what is going on. President Mahama has made it clear the oral team is a preparatory team, just receiving information, receiving evidence of corruption, of state capture, of malfeasance, of embezzlement. That is what this team is about, nothing more. This team is not inviting people. We haven't summoned anybody. We have not raided anybody's home. I mean, but when you listen to these minority MPs, oh, why are you inviting people? Why are you going to see the president? So every single information, every single evidence of corruption we have received, we are just going around doing an assessment, doing a field validation to be sure that we have not been sent on a wild goose chase. The information coming in is credible, is authentic, before we capture it in a report, so that what we will present to the president is a report that everybody can count on, a report which is credible. So where from these press conferences about why are you inviting us? We call on our members not to respond to invitations, and then they go into the acquisitions that they have made, that the acquisitions are legitimate. I mean, look, everybody in Ghana, and even those outside Ghana who have followed affairs under the Akufo-Addo era, know that never in our history have we seen such levels of corruption, such levels of despicable state capture. Never happened. So when you claim in your press conference that everything is above board, you have done the right thing, enough is enough. The looting must stop. And the minority, that micro-minority, should wake up and smell the coffee. The era of state capture, the era of looting is over. We are not going to allow them to continue with that very cancerous mindset of leadership.
Just a few questions before, and then we'll bring this to a conclusion. One, do you invite people as part of your work?
We don't invite people. We are receiving evidence of corruption, evidence of state capture. Remember that we announced our toll-free numbers, our email, our website, and we are even inundated with the atrocities of the Bawumia Akufo-Addo era. And that's what we work on. We are not inviting, we are not summoning, we are not subpoenaing anybody.
Do you engage in demolitions?
So, on the matter of actions, demolitions and all of that, we don't do that. there have been a few instances where we have recommended, because it is an urgent matter. So we will recommend to National Security, the National Security Committee. We will tell them that, look, there is some attempt to take over. There's an attempt to demolish a bungalow. So National Security, please go and protect the bungalow. We have done that, because if not, why are we receiving the tip-offs and the petitions? But in terms of the actual execution, we don't do it. We call on National Security, the President Mahama-led National Security, to go and intervene to protect the state property. And there was this incident at the cantonments, the NDA office, where some faceless developers had stolen government land. They just went to build a wall overnight. They took advantage of the transition in between the elections of December 7 and the inauguration of January 7. In between that period, I think on January 2nd, they went to erect a wall overnight. We brought it to the attention of National Security, and I'm told that they moved in promptly to demolish that wall, and they stationed people to protect the land, so that that land opposite the U.S. Embassy is not stolen. So people should understand how we work. So if it's a very urgent matter and there's an ongoing looting going on, of course we will be irresponsible as citizens. We'll be very unpatriotic to be quiet. We have to draw the attention of relevant institutions of national security, and then they move in and stop what is going on. We do not execute that. As for our mandate, is just to receive the information. We are a conveyor belt, if you like. When we receive the information, then we convey to the relevant authorities. That's what we do.
Two questions. So this is a question that has come from one person. First, the person says I should ask you, kindly ask one about trade fair land. Have you had any petition on trade fair land?
Yes, we have. And we have been there. We have carried out a validation visit, and we have seen a lot of things going on there. So trade fair is one of the special cases that we have worked on, and our report to His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama will certainly include the trade fair state capture which has taken place.
Then a person wants me to senior kindly ask about the rumors about Afenyo Markin taking a parcel of land belonging to Ghana police at Winneba. Have you had anything, petition, information, anything in relation to that?
Yes, we have received a petition from a citizen of Winneba on that. We will be embarking on the national validation exercise going out of Accra soon, from tomorrow. So all of those petitions that have come from all over the country, we've received some from Salt Pond, from Sogakope, Ho, Kumasi, Tamale, Wa. We'll be going to all those places to validate these petitions that have come in.
Did I just hear Sogakope?
Yes. Sogakope, we've received lots of reports. They say that the government lands around the district assembly area have all been looted. So it's one of the areas that we will be visiting to validate all these petitions. Not less than 15 petitions have come from South Tong residents about looting of government lands in Sogakope.
Not less than 15?
Yes.
Is that bad?
Yes, it is really bad.
Have you had a petition from your own constituency?
No, so far, no petition from North Tong.
I see. Let me conclude then by asking you. You said when oral takes off properly, would it be anything like the Office of Accountability under Akufo that was set up in 2003? Or you don't know the modality and which oral will operate?
Brilliant question. So we need to recognize that oral is a major plank in President Mahama's anti-corruption drive. There are many people who think that oral is just first few weeks, few days, and then everything oral is coming to an end. Not at all. This is just the preparatory phase where the information is being compiled. Then we will move to phase 2, which is actual execution of oral. What does oral stand for? Operation Recover or Loot. It is not operation gather information on loot. Recover. So the actual work in terms of recovery is now about to start. So when the president has received this compilation of all the looting that has gone on, then he will move into the implementation of oral, which is recovery. And that's where certainly the Attorney General will come in, OSP, YOCO, and the various institutions. So I'm sure that when the president receives our report, he will be announcing the phase 2, how the actual recoveries are going to take place. For example, I recall that he has once talked about a commission of inquiry on the land looting that has gone on in Accra, with a view of, reclaiming those lands and making sure that the Ghanaian people, the Ghana people, get their lands back. So if the president will stand by that, it means that even as part of the recovery effort, we can anticipate that there may be commissions of inquiry, there may be prosecutions, there may be surcharges, disallowances, all within the ambit of retrieving the loot. So the real hard lifting is about to start. What is going on so far? We are just warming up. And I'm shocked that with just preliminary warming up, and people can't sleep. People are so restless, holding press conferences every day. Then when we move to stage 2, where the actual recoveries, where the Ghanaian people are taking back their assets, I wonder what these people are going to do.
Oh, always a pleasure talking to you, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, my brother.
I was Samuel Okuja to Ablakwa, as Member of Parliament for Northton constituency, joining us on the line for a discussion and a response to essentially the minorities press conference and the things they said, essentially about invitations and people not honoring invitations. And it's clarified that their work does not involve invitations. So what they usually do is that because they've received petitions, they want to be sure that those petitions are not misleading, or what the people are saying is exactly what is happening. So they carry out validation. So there are some petitions where I think Raymond Acha also explained it 2 days ago. There are some petitions where people actually already attach proof or documentary evidence, among others. There are also petitions that include land. When it comes to land, at least you can go to the land and see for yourself whether it is true or not. So that's how come they end up on those lands to see for themselves. But sometimes when they go on the lands, they realize that there's an urgent situation that needs to be salvaged. They don't call boys, Mumbra. No. What they do is that they actually contact national security and tell them that there's a situation here. We think it needs to be salvaged whilst we try to probe. The matter is probed further. So then they get national security involved. National security then decides what to do. So if there's a wall that was erected on the land that's demolished, it's national security. If there's a bungalow that's about to be demolished and there's an action that stops further action on that bungalow being demolished, stop the demolition, it is national security, not them. They have never taken any action. They don't have that authority to do that. But the oral point where they will start inviting people, they haven't even gotten to that point yet. that will be subsequent. Yeah.
Okay. Susanna, I'm happy that this morning it has emerged that in 2003, a similar office
of accountability
was established by
President
Kufuor, Office of Accountability.
Yeah.
But the MPP, for the sake of convenience, have decided to forget about that one. And I want to ask, when former President Akufo-Addo set up Office of the Special Prosecutor, what was it supposed to do?
Yes.
just a harmless question. When former President Akufo-Addo set up office of the special prosecutor, what was he supposed to do? I want to know. Maybe I need some education. If you know, you can tell me.
Oh no, I think it's clear what the special it is not. You can see from their work what they were supposed to do. Just that the people who have occupied the office, that one got angry, resigned, called the president mother serpent of corruption. The other came to sit at the press conference and was singing "Uncle."
But he has released a new report.
Oh yeah, I know.
He released a report.
Oh, we are tired of it. Anyway, yeah, you will come and organize press conference. Thank you.